There we go. Hey everyone, what is it? Evening time. I want to say good morning, but obviously it's not morning. Good evening.
No, can I have a pop?
Oh my goodness. You are too funny. Yes, go ahead. All right, so it is, what's today? Wednesday? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Unfortunately, it's only Tuesday.
I don't know what day it is anymore. I'm guessing half the time. Anyways, today I am coming with you, with a dessert recipe because I already made our dinner for today. I did make it meal prepped it on the live yesterday if you missed it. It is live on Facebook and YouTube. But I had made some chicken to make chicken sandwiches, and since I don't have any dinners to make with you for our Make Dinner With Me lives, I am making a dessert. Hi, Erin. Hi, Nicole. How are you guys? Thanks for hopping on. So today's little sweet treat snack, high protein thing that I tend to go to. I already made the rice, what's it called? The rice cake with yogurt. Protein yogurt snack. I make that almost all the time when I don't have anything. But if I'm not going to have that, and if I have the stuff on hand, I will make the edible. It used to be very popular, I think, on TikTok, but edible cottage cheese cookie dough. So I have my cottage cheese. This is not the one I normally buy because I like the Good Culture, because it has the cultures, and they have lactose-free version. But this is all they had at Walmart, and the cleanest one I can find, because I do shop mostly at Aldi's, and the Aldi's cottage cheese has some other like additives in it that I'm like, no, thank you. This one is just it says cultured, but it doesn't show like what the actual probiotics or anything. Anyways, so it says cultured skim milk with cream and salt. So those are, very few ingredients, no additives, and I'm going to use it for today, at least for today's recipe. So a serving of this is about half a cup, which gives you 13 grams of protein. So let me get my measuring cup for that. Woo. I got slippery fingers today. 1/3, 1/4, half. Here we go. Half a cup. So I usually take what is one serving. And I am using today my little mini food processor. I used my big one yesterday for the pork rinds, but since this is a small little one serving recipe, I don't need the big huge food processor. Put in my little mini one that came with my immersion blender set, which I love having this on hand for smaller jobs. So what I'm going to do is blend it first. I've done it a couple different ways, but I found that my cookie dough is more runny and I put everything together and blend it. So I'm just going to blend this is how it goes together with the immersion blender, and you just stick it in here with the cover, with the blade, roll it in, and then hit the button. You can go as long as you want to get all the clumps out, but the more you puree it, the more liquidy it's going to be, and you don't want it to be runny. Nicole says, what's making the noise that sounds like someone's peeing? Do you want to know? Do you really want to know?
The toilet's broken and I'm using the kitchen sink.
John's doing the dishes, and he's like right next to me. There he is.
Hello.
There's the husband doing the dishes. right next to me. So yeah, that is what you're hearing for the sound of running water. Anyway, so I blended it up first, and I'm going to put my other ingredients in. So what I'm using is my choice of sweetener, monk fruit. You can use, just poured some on the counter. You can use whatever sweetener you like. You can use honey, maple syrup, cane sugar, whatever you like. I prefer, these sweeteners. I've been using them for years, so it's what I have.
You said if we read a book, we would get a surprise.
No, the surprise was getting a new book. So I'm putting about maybe 3 tablespoons. I eyed it out. Like I said, I'm an eyer. I eye everything out. And let's say hello to those joining. Hi, Jace. Hi, Melissa. How are you guys? All right, so I'm putting in the sweetener. I'm putting in some, this is like a pancake flour I like to use. The reason I like it is primarily almond flour based, but the reason I like it is because it has the other stuff like, not for this because I'm not baking it, but when I'm using it for other things, it does have the baking powder and a couple other things to help with the texture. So let me get my tablespoon for this. But you can use almond flour by itself.
Buddy, why are you complaining like that? Mommy's live, okay?
Go look for it, okay? Go look for it. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of this. Melissa says, what am I making? Because she just hopped on. I am making edible cottage cheese cookie dough. Edible cottage cheese cookie dough. So I am making it because, well, 1, I like to make this as a go-to quick snack. And 2, my sister really liked it. She was like, you need to do the recipe. So this is a request from my sister. All right, so that's one thing. The next thing I do is I put my vanilla protein powder in. I put about half a spoon. I might put the whole spoon, we'll see. I like to taste it first before I'm like, oh yeah, it needs more. So I'm putting all those individually and then stirring it up. Because like I said, I don't want it to be runny. All right, the next thing I put is almond butter. You can put like straight up almond butter. I'm doing the almond butter powder because I don't really have the regular almond butter on hand. If I had the regular one, I would use that. Just because of the texture of it, it gives it a nice good texture. But I don't have it on hand. I need to buy some or make some. All right, so 2 tablespoons of that. I'm pulsing it because I don't want it to be runny. Do not want it to be runny. Oh gosh, these little stupid flies. Can't stand them. All right, I'm going to give it a quick taste test before I decide to take it out and eat it or whatever. So, see, it's a good consistency. That's what I mean. I don't want to have it all runny.
What's M-O-W bills?
Oh, my son. All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's pretty thick. You can hold it in your hand like cookie dough. I take a quick little taste of it to see if it's where I want it to be. For me, I feel, and I always say this to everybody, like, you need to gauge how sweet you want something and don't only go by a recipe, because if you're tweaking the recipe, using a different type of sweetener, some of them are sweeter than others, and some people have like a high tolerance for sweet versus others, and I've had that situation where, I thought something was perfectly sweet the way it was, and somebody else was like, This is not sweet at all. So I like to gauge it for myself. And right now I feel like I need more. I'm going to give it a quick stir with the spoon first before I go back with the food processor.
People don't talk like that. It's mustn't.
All right, so we're going to throw in the chocolate chips in a minute to finish this cookie dough recipe. I might put a tad bit more of the almond butter powder because it's powder instead of actual butter. All right, let's do that. Let's give that a quick stir. And this is going to be packed with protein for you. So like I said, one serving of the cottage cheese is 13, depending on what protein powder you use. I use half a scoop, so that's 10, so that's 23. And even your almond butter, this has 6. So what did I say? 23 plus 6 is 29. 29. So, and my flour has some also. 7, but I didn't use a whole serving. So let's just round it up to 30. It might be a little more, but let's just round it up to 30. You're talking a good solid 30 grams of protein in just one serving of this. So. Okay, that should be good. Now, last step, throw in my chocolatey chips. Do about 1 serving. Eye it out. And hopefully this will maybe blend it up a little bit. Now I'm going to scoop it out and put it into my little handy dandy bowl. It's a little softer than before for sure. If you find that it's too soft, could always just add more flour or put it in the fridge to set for a little while. But I think it's fine. Sometimes I will put in the fridge to set and it'll be firmer. What's the matter, babe?
Someone whipped the page of my dinosaur book.
Oh no, I don't know. We just got that out of the box. All right. It's a little tough getting it out of the
I think it's
the food processor.
Everything. He always whips. I think it's yours.
Okay.
He whips paper.
Okay.
Wow,
Trying to get the rest of it in here. It's like glued. The blade is glued in there. All right. And then I like to eat it with some whipped cream on top. That's my little cherry on top kind of thing. Because I love whipped cream on everything, basically. So Melissa says, send me the recipe. Melissa, it is super easy. 1 serving of cottage cheese, which is about half a cup. However much sweetener you like in your stuff. I think I did about 1/4 cup. I did about 3 tablespoons of the almond butter powder, but if you're using real, like butter, almond butter, I would do 2 or less, because that one is higher fat, so it'll add more calories for sure. And I did about maybe 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips and 2 tablespoons of flour. Could be whatever flour you want to use. I have a pancake flour that I like. And then half a scoop of my protein powder. That's it. All there is to it. Pretty simple. Pretty delicious. And you could throw whatever kind of topping you want, like nuts, sprinkles, whatever. I'm throwing some cream on top. Trying to get this all out. It's very sticky. very sticky. Like I said, you can put more flour to make it unsticky, but you also got to consider how much more calories you want to be added to this. My biggest thing that I focus on is how much protein, but I also am conscious about, how much of all the other macros are being involved in a recipe. So this is, I think I've made it and done the macros for it before. I just can't remember at the top of my head what it was. I think it was somewhere around 300, somewhere around there. Just like the rice cake recipe I did the other day. They tend to fall around that, especially when they're higher protein. So sometimes I have this for a meal, like at lunchtime, because of how much is in it. 30 grams of protein is a substantial amount, so it can serve its purpose. But all right, I think I cleaned it as much as I could. And trying to get this all nice and rounded. Like I said, I could throw this in the fridge and it'll get a little more firm. It's it's not runny. That's the most important thing. You don't want to be feeling like wanting to eat keto and then feeling like it's not cooked out. And then top it whatever you like. So this is gonna be my little sweet treat. And I'll be probably not either meal prepping something tomorrow or another sweet treat, or maybe a snack that's not sweet. Maybe a snack that's savory. Maybe that'll be a good one because I've already done 2 sweet treats. So I'll think of a savory snack for tomorrow, and because we're gonna have leftovers of the chicken tomorrow, so I won't be making dinner. But I'll be brainstorming about a savory snack because we gotta mix it up. Can't have always sweet, right? I mean, I love sweets and I have them every day, but I know a lot of people don't have the sweet tooth, but rather have the savory tooth, or they like something salty or crunchy. Let me think about that a little more. But you guys, if you have any requests or ideas or anything you want to see, feel free to send me a message. Let me know. All right. But that's it for our live stream today. Thanks for joining me live. Nicole says she has a food tooth, so it doesn't matter if it's sweet or savory. She just wants to eat. Or do you mean like not snacks, but meals? Let me know. Explain that. I'm assuming it's whatever, right? It's whatever.
Nicole thirsts for the blood of animals.
You heard John? He said Nicole thirsts for the blood of animals. Okay. He's a little cuckoo. Just food all around. Okay. I'm going to think of a savory snack for tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking of because I can't make a meal since I already have my meal set for tomorrow as well. And then I'll be back to making a meal on Thursday, which is most likely going to be chicken pot pie. Fall dessert or food? Fall dessert or food? I will put that in my list. But tomorrow's going to be a savory snack. Tomorrow's a savory snack. Thursday will be the chicken pot pie we're making for dinner. And then Friday, we can maybe think something fall themed. All right, girls. Thanks for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. Have a great night. And you sent something to John. And there goes his phone. All right, guys. If you're interested in the 3-day event that's coming up November 18th, let me know. It's going to be it's going to be a great time where we're going to talk about food, cravings, and how to really reach your goals this year. All right. And we only have 2 more months till the end of this year, right? Because we're October, November, December. Yeah. So it's possible to start reaching some of your goals before the end of this year. And I would love to help you get there. So hit me up, comment below, watch the replay, send it over to someone that you know that could benefit from this, I would love it. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
No, you can't poo in at a baby. Yes, I can.
What's she saying?
Send me a